Welcome to Chem Talk, Breaking Down the Basics series.
Hello everyone, welcome to how to use a scientific calculator for chemistry. The calculator that I recommend are your TIs, and the reason why is because it has that EE function. Any calculator that has that EE function is going to help you with writing it in scientific notation. So first, let's go over our fractions. One example would be, how would we get this answer? Well, it's going to be 100 divided by 25 times 4 in our calculator. So there are two ways to do this. First, you would multiply the numerators together. Right here we just have 100. And then you multiply your denominators together. That equals 100. So 100 over 100 equals 1. Or, if you want to put it all in your calculator, since this is going to be multiplied first, we can leave that alone. And then the bottom part must be in parentheses. So you would say 100 divided by, open parentheses, 25 times 4. And that will also give you the correct answer. Because if you do not use your parentheses when you need to, by separating your numerator and denominator, you'll get something like this, which is incorrect. You have to make sure that you put your parentheses, or play it safe, get a number here, get a number here, and then do your division to get the correct answer. Now for scientific notation, that is where the EE comes in. So when you're writing big numbers, you can easily put that in the calculator. So this number in the calculator, first let's write scientific notation. This is 8 times 0 times 10 to the negative 1, 2, 3, 4 to the positive 4. EE in the calculator stands for times 10. So you do not need to write times 10 in the calculator. You let that do it for you. So this number, remember EE counts for that. You would write 8.0 second, that button, so E can pop up, and then your exponent, which is 4, because it's asking for the exponent here. So we leave it at 4, and that equals the number that we want. Now, if you wanted to do next a very, very small number, in scientific notation, that would be times 10 to the negative, right? So if I was here, we start 6 point. I would be moving back 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, yes, okay. So then in your calculator, you would put 6.0 EE negative 4, negative 4. And that would give you that same answer. These are all the same number. These are the same number. And if we wanted to do a conversion, like let's say how many days are in 2 years, but we're going to have some conversions. How many days is what it is asking, are given in 2 years. 2 years is what's given. Whatever is given is where you start. So we're starting at 2 years. 2 years over 1 is still 2 years. We want to exclude the years. So here's where we now keep track of our exponents. We can say there's a relationship between years and days. What is that relationship? That relationship is 1 year equals 365 days. So we write that 1 year over 365 days. We're going to use this here, but do we leave it as is, or are we going to flip this fraction? That's where you keep track of your units now. If years is in the numerator and you want to cancel it out, because we're asking how many days, we must end in days. To cancel out year, if it's in the numerator, then you must put our year in the denominator. So we're going to flip this fraction. We're going to say our year is on the bottom, our days on the top. So our years can cancel, the days can fall out. So let's insert our numbers. 1 year equals 365 days. So now we just multiply 2 times 365. So 2 times 365 now equals 730 days. Make sure you write your unit at the end.
That's a wrap for today's episode of Chem Talk, Breaking Down the Basics series. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next Chem Talk, Breaking Down the Basics episode.